are listening to Naked Soul Reflections, Mindful Moments for Clothes-Free Living, with your host, Hantu Nehart.
Greetings everyone, Hantu Nehart here, and welcome to another episode of Naked Soul Reflection. Happy New Year! I hope everyone had a safe and fulfilling New Year's Eve into New Year's, and that you are welcoming the new year in a way that just feels good to you. As we start off this new year, I wanted to touch on the idea of really listening. I don't know about you, but oftentimes at the beginning of seasons, and for me it's not just a January 1st thing, there are lots of seasons throughout the year where I take stock and pause and start over again, especially like when the fall comes and the school year starts and so forth. That's always a time of renewal for me as well. And a lot of times I'll have goals that I want to set, or dreams or ideas, different things I want to do. And this is something that I hear a lot about, more so around the January 1st time frame here in the United States. And you might have heard of some of that too. New Year's resolutions, goals, plans, starting over, starting fresh. A lot of people just looking to, start over. And you yourself might have some goals, some dreams, some projects, different things that you want to do. And what I want to invite, I think it can be healthy to set goals or write down your vision and milestones and things like that. And as you do that, I want to invite you to also plan times to take stock and to listen to how these different goals are landing in your body and in your soul. Right? Because how many times have we, as people, come up with something, we're like, this would be a great idea, and it all makes sense in our head, and then we go to do it, and it's like, oh no, that's actually a horrible idea. It doesn't work at all. Right? I have that happen all the time. I mean, everything from like, I think I should wake up and eat this for breakfast, and I eat it, and then it's just like, no, that just was horrible, and I didn't even like the taste or the texture. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. Or maybe I was on my yoga mat and I thought, I'm gonna like go for it on my yoga mat today. It's gonna be like challenging and sweaty and awesome and hardcore and amazing, and I'm gonna do this pose. And I get on my mat and actually start doing it, and the thing that sounded good in my head, and that sounded amazing and impressive and like the thing that I should do, my body's like, no, sit down. Nerp. Even things at work, it's like, I have a great idea for how to make this process more efficient. Try to do it, and it's like, this is totally unsustainable. So there are a lot of times where, and maybe you've had that experience too, where something sounds so good in our heads. Our brains are somewhere, we're just like, oh yeah, this would be amazing. We write it down, we get the tools and resources that we need to carry it out, and everything sounds like it's just gonna be the best thing ever. What? And maybe it is. And I really want to invite you to take time to pause and listen to your body and your soul to see how those goals are landing for you. And I also want to invite the question of, can you be flexible enough to step back and make any changes as necessary, right? These are things that I have to do on my yoga mat. I'll get there. I think I should be able to do this one pose. My body says no. And I have to be willing to honor the truth of my body in that moment, which might not be the same the next day or the next time I get on my mat. But I have to be willing to listen and to surrender to that feedback that my body gives me. And I have to do that at work. I think something's going to be a great idea and it doesn't land. And I have to be willing to listen to the feedback that the environment is giving me, my work environment and so forth. To just be willing to take off the clothing of expectation and the clothing of what I thought would be a good idea and what sounded good in my head, and be with what actually is and surrender to that. So I want to invite that, because I think that is very important for our journey and our safety and our wellness. We have to be willing to surrender to those truths. Otherwise, we can injure ourselves. We can cause harm to others by insisting on something that doesn't work. And we could be missing out on valuable opportunities. If we're just insistent on doing it this one way, we might miss out on an opportunity that would have been great had we surrendered and stepped back and just taken stock to see what was what. So I'm excited to enter this new year with you, and I'm excited to have a new chapter, try new things, while also cultivating, daily practices to keep me steady and consistent and grounded and balanced. So take that with you this week, this month, and really all year if you can. Take that with you, this idea of pausing every now and then to just test the winds of what's going on and see if you need to make any changes. And this is something that, Naturism, nudism, and clothes-free living naturally invite us to do, right? We take off the layers, the clothes, and we get present to what really is and what's really going on, who we really are, how we really look, and how we are being out and about in the world. So I think we can use that as we move forward with the new year, inviting ourselves to every now and then pause, take off the clothing of all the expectations, the assumptions, everything that was a good idea in our heads, and get present to what really is in the naked moment. As always, I'm going to be doing the exact same work as you this week, this year, and as always, my heart is with you. Have a wonderful week, Happy New Year, and Namaste.